updates on sports stories across the globe, Aaron Akerijola joins us. Good morning, Aaron.
Yeah, very good morning to you. Good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, let's get it started with honors, or proposed honors, ahead of December's CAF Award in Marrakesh, Morocco. CAF has released its short list and for the players of the year, because Nigeria's captain, or standing captain, William Truth Ekong, and not forgetting Ademola Lookman in the short list in that particular one. So we're looking forward to that also as we actually press it further with this. Of course, for the goalkeeper of the year, Stanley Bobon-Wabali, Chief. We'll have to actually put it into context there. Also, he's been nominated as the goalkeeper of the year. And Nigeria has also been nominated, the Super Eagles of Nigeria has been nominated as the national team of the year, having gotten to the finals of the AFCON earlier in the year. So let's see how it goes. But what is drawing controversy is the fact that a particular man who had 21 goal contributions, 10 assists, and literally lit the Bundesliga on fire, winning the DFB Pokal, winning the German Bundesliga, talking about Victor Boniface, was snubbed. And it's curious to find out what's the criteria, because certainly this is an individual award, and certainly individual performances should be the criteria for choosing, or the requisite for choosing who is the best player. And arguably, there are few people that can beat their chest and say they had a better season than Victor Boniface on the continent. Maybe Ademola Lookman, save that. Or maybe some are saying that maybe because he didn't play at the AFCON. But it wasn't his fault. Force majeure, he was injured. But there we go. But in the meantime, it's still unfortunate that while CAF the disciplinary committee took in testimonies from Nigeria and Libya concerning this case via video conference, we are still waiting for CAF to actually make their decision known. And people are asking, what's going on? What's taking so long? This should be simple and straightforward. You do not need to begin to do massive investigation, because it was almost glaring to everyone what actually played out with the Super Eagles actually being held hostage for over 18 hours, and all that actually happened afterwards. Of course, CAF went on to catch that particular match. But some are saying that CAF are probably trying to choose the safer option, which will probably be the fact that they rescheduled that particular fixture, play away from Libya's home, and let's see who actually can pick up all 3 points on the day, from Group A, to be very precise. Now, away from that, the Flying Eagles are in Lome as we speak, and right now, they came from behind to beat Ivory Coast 2-1 in the WAFU Under-20 tournament that is going on. They've qualified for the semi-finals. They'll be playing Niger, and a lot is expected because they are the defending champions. They'll be hoping that they can actually tighten the screw and defend the trophy they won the last time out. But let's see how it actually goes. This weekend, as a matter of fact, tomorrow evening, all is actually set, because Barcelona will be traveling all the way to the Santiago Bernabeu, where they say Angels come to watch football, as Real Madrid takes on Barcelona in an El Clasico that promises to sizzle. Let's see how it actually goes tomorrow. Barcelona know that their 43-match unbeaten run in the La Liga is being put to the test, and Real Madrid will be hoping that they can either win or draw to eclipse that. But let's see how it goes. We're expecting some of the best. Vinicius Jr., Rafinha. It's looking like a Brazilian magic for this one. And in the Europa League, Manchester United once again failed to deliver and get a win. In the last 3 matches, Manchester United have failed to win. They've drawn all 3. And yesterday, against Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce, they played a 1-1 draw. Speaking about Jose Mourinho, he was actually sent off. Okay, results coming in. Of course, FC Porto beating Hoffenheim. Rangers had a day to remember yesterday. And not forgetting Olympique Lyon losing to Besiktas, Malmo losing to Olympiacos, and FC Twente losing to Lazio. Mourinho was actually sent off in that particular game between Manchester United and Fenerbahce. Some things never change. Some things never change.
Right, a couple of things, Aaron. Number one will be, as regards the case of Boniface you talked about, your national team is also a very big consideration, you know, apart from the club success. Yes, he made a lot of successes as regards the club scene, But, people like Ademola Lookman had a great edge over him. They sizzled for the national team, did so well at CAF.
Fantastic.
Obviously, it wasn't his fault he couldn't do so well at the Nations Cup. And also went ahead, banging in those 3 goals in the finals, with his team of Atalanta, the Bergamo team, and doing quite so well. And he's been on the ascendancy for a while now. So definitely you can see the likes. But for me, I think in generality, it's a good one for Nigerian football. For the very first time in a long time, we're going to see 2 years coming back to back and see a Nigerian of different shade. The last time it was Osimhen. You saw how Asato Shrala also did in last year, and now it could probably be an Ademola Lookman on any other venue on the continent. It shows that to a large extent we're getting our football right, But how can we not convert them into winning trophies? Yeah, we're quite close at the Nations Cup. We could have won it, but I think the missing edge has been a quality coach that can take us one step further. But it's quite a good one. Also, Team of the Year. Yes, we stand a very good chance, but I think the Team of the Year normally will go to the team that finally did win the African Cup of Nations tournament. Even Stanley Wabali did so well, that's another great discovery. At least for the very first time in a long time, we've settled the problem in the goalkeeping department.
Yes,
we used to have a lot of back and forth. We had the club.
Francis Zoho.
No, we had Francis Zoho. Then we had the Maduka Okoye.
Yes.
And we had all of that back and forth. But finally, Nwabali just came in and crept in, and he solidified the position. Nwabali pretty much reminds me of Iyama of back in the days. It looks like he's going to have that solid run for a very long time again. Just like how Iyama came, solved the problem against the Nigeria versus England game in 2002 World Cup, where we were not expecting, solidified that goalkeeping position. The first game we used Ike Shorumu against Argentina. Then the last game, they just said, let me try Iyama, and Iyama solidified his place. After making that debut against England in 2002 World Cup, he never looked back since then.
All right, so whilst there's still that omission of Boniface in the African Player of the Year, it's also the Young Player of the Year when Nigeria doesn't even feature at all. And that's quite interesting because in the past we've featured quite well. We have young talents, we have young stars who would usually at least be in consideration for the Young Player of the Year. But we've seen this being dominated more by stars from Senegal and some North African countries.
No, but you can't blame them because even when you look at it, and that's why we've been crying about the dearth in the KEDA competitions.
In terms
There's
of...
a huge gap because we've not been qualified for under 17s, we've not been qualified for under 20s. Then where do you want to get the young players from? That means because the conveyor belt...
That used to be our strength, our biggest strength.
Yes,
young
it's
talents,
unfortunate.
Young stars, yes.
And if there's not taken...
Yeah, they all started, from young...
And if there's not taken, when this particular crop of Super Eagles player fizzle out or slip into oblivion, we do not have people ready on ground to actually fill into their shoes.
I don't think it's for a lack of talent. I think it's for a lack of investment in that sector and actually being able to harvest or harness talent.
The league.
Yes, so the local league. And so that, the new chairman of the Sports Commission has a lot of work cut out for him, the president of the NFF as well. I can't believe that Nigeria is grappling for young talents. There are stars on the streets. Or
really
football stars, young football stars.
Well, very quickly, the Flying Eagles victory in Lomé against Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes, sir.
2-1, all right?
2-1, yes.
They won. They were beating Burkina Faso 1-0. Now they're in good stead. They've qualified for the semi-finals. Tomorrow, they will be meeting Niger in the semi-finals. So, in a way, it looks like their qualification for the AFCON under-20 next year is already assured.
Yes.
But the bigger issue is that these young men under-20, they've not been paid their allowances since a month ago that they reported in camp. And all through, all the matches they've been playing, they've not been paid routine bonus allowances. And they are protesting, even in spite of the fact that they are performing, that why are they not paying them? This is the Nigerian story, something we have always talked about on this table. When people do well, they are embarrassed by the football authorities for their performance. And then talking about the football authorities, yesterday you were celebrating Shehu Diko.
Yes, we did.
Ibrahim Gusau, and Amaju Pinnick have also praised him to high heavens in releases. But there is a guy called Jala, who is of the Professional League, association. He says, in fact, the appointment of John Eno as Minister of Sports was a mistake, but that the appointment of Shehu Diko is a complete disaster. And he had a lot of things to say about Shehu Diko, which are very unflattering, very uncomplimentary In other words, in the House of Football, as Shehu Diko takes over the Sports Commission, there are many people who are not happy with his choice. In fact, the Jala gentleman was asking President Tinubu to reverse his decision because he doesn't think that Shehu Diko is a fit and proper person. I'm not saying you should defend him.
No, Doctor, I'm just saying that.
No, I know you are
Jala, no, I know.
You are not in their camp.
I'm not even defending him, but Harris Jala has become a party pooper, literally, because he's always finding a way to probably throw mud at people in the Nigerian football sector. Because when they are having elections, for example, it is Harris Jala and his team that will come out with court decisions to stop the election. When there are forward movements in sports, why is it always Harris Jala? I'm not saying that he might not have points, but the question we will need to ask is why he and his crew always come out when there seems to be some modicum of progress. Why?
Anyway, just to say that reactions are mixed.
Yes.
That's my point. I'm not taking sides. I'm not involved in your football house shenanigans. Finally, we are still waiting for CAF to speak up on Nigeria versus Libya on the October 15 incident. The suspense is killing. The anxiety is frustrating. We as Nigerians, we want this matter to be resolved. Even now that the Super Eagles have been upgraded in FIFA ranking for the month of October to the 36th position.